Hi, this is Priyanshu. In today's video, we are going to talk about our class 6th mathematics chapter 5, and this is our last exercise of chapter 5, and that is of 5.3, and this is related to the our Telangana State Board, right? So if you have any doubt in this exercise or if you are not understanding this exercise, so don't worry. In the end of this video, you will have not a single doubt in this exercise. Okay, this exercise is going to be very clear and very easy to you. Okay, so let's start this exercise. So before I'm going to start this exercise, I want to be teach something which is very important for you, like this, like what is the okay, so what is the parallel lines and what is the like perpendicular lines. I want to be teach that, and what is the intersecting line. These three things I want to teach first of all to you, then I will move to the our first question. Okay na? And one thing I want to be teach, that one is the intersecting line. Okay na? Intersecting, okay na? Intersecting line. Okay na? Remember that line. Okay, so my handwriting is not good. Why? Because I'm writing with the pen, that's why. This is a intersecting, okay, this is an intersecting line. Remember that one. Okay na? So let's talk about the parallel line. What is the parallel lines? Parallel lines means, a lines which have, this is like this one is there and this is one there. So if you see in this one, this is a parallel line. Why? Because it is going straightly in this direction, and this one is also going straightly in this direction. Will this line meet any point in this one? Will this upper line and this lower line will meet? They both can meet in any direction? No, they cannot meet they cannot meet in any point. This line, this line, this line and this line, they cannot meet each other. They are going straightly, this line going straightly and this line also going straightly. They cannot meet at any point. That is the only called parallel line. Parallel line means the lines which do not meet. Okay, now like that. If you see the railway track, how the railway track is there. Okay, now how the railway tracks look like. So if you see the railway track, is it going to be exactly, okay, now railway track is like it. Okay, this is a railway track. Let's suppose this is a railway track. Is this track will meet at any point? No, because this is going in this direction and in this direction. This is in direction, this direction. Will this point meet at any point? No. Till if infinity, if you take this line, they are not going to meet at a point. Okay na? So this line is not going to meet. Okay na? So it is not our this is not our intersecting. This is not going to be intersect. These two lines not going to be match. So this is the parallel line. Parallel lines means the line which never meet. Okay na? Parallel line means simple, the line which never meet. Okay na? So remember this one. Okay, so what is the mean by parallel line? So remember here. Okay na? Parallel line means a line okay, which can never meet, which can never, okay na, never meet. This is the parallel line. Okay na? So this is a generally parallel line. Okay, what is the intersecting line? Intersecting lines means two lines, when these two lines intersect each point at a point, that is the called intersecting. Intersecting means two point which going to meet at a point. Okay, now like this. Okay, if you see like this is a one point, and let's suppose this is another point. Okay, so this point is going to be meet at a point here. They are meeting, this both line is meeting in this point, and whenever these two lines are meeting, that line is only called intersecting line. Okay now, if two lines is not meeting with each other, okay now, if two lines are there, they are not matching with each other, that is the parallel line. When two lines are matching, okay, when they two lines are there, when they are matching with a particular point, like this one line is going like that. Okay, now let's example, this is one line is going like that and another line coming as straightly, so they are meeting in that point. So that is called intersecting line. That is called the intersecting line. Intersecting line means, what is mean by the intersecting line? When the two lines cross each other and they meted, and that is the only called intersecting line. Intersecting line means cross line. Okay, now when two lines cross each other, that is the intersecting line. Okay, now so you can write like that, okay, now intersecting line means a line which cross, okay, now a line which can cross, okay, cross each other, that is our, that is only intersecting line, that is intersecting line. Okay na? You can write like that, that is the intersecting line. Okay, what is the perpendicular line? You know what is a perpendicular line? Perpendicular lines means like a line which have, okay, okay, so I will explain. A line, okay, now write pen. Okay, okay, so here I can write, okay, just wait a minute. Perpendicular line means that a line which have two 90-degree angles, okay na? So if you see this one here, so if you put like that, okay, so if you this one, in this one there is a two 90-degree angles, there is a two right angles. Perpendicular lines means a line which have two right angles. So here this is a one right angle, here this is 90-degree, here also there is a 190-degree angle, so both are the 90-degree only na. So that is called the perpendicular line. Perpendicular lines means a line which have two right angles. Okay, what is the mean by perpendicular line? Perpendicular line means a line which have, okay na, which have two right angle, okay, two right angle, that is the only perpendicular line. Perpendicular line means a line which have two right angles, like this is a line and it have one right angle, and here also one angle, so there is a two right angle, yes, one here, there is a two right angle, that is a perpendicular line. Parallel line means the line which never meet, okay now. Perpendicular, the line which have two right angles, okay, and intersecting line means the line which can intersect or cross each other, that is the only our that is the intersecting line. Okay now, is it clear? Right, so now let's talk about our first question. Okay, so let's talk about the first question. So I will erase this all. Okay, I hope you will understand, don't be confused, this is a basic thing. Okay now let's talk about the first question. So the first question is telling that which of the followings are the mode of the parallel lines and perpendicular lines. Okay, in like, and which is the neither of them, and which is the neither of them. Okay now, so in this question, like first, second, third, fourth and fifth, we have to find the parallel lines, we have to find the perpendicular line. So if anyone in this one, if it is not parallel, not perpendicular, then we have to write neither of them. Okay now, if it is not parallel, so we have to write parallel. If it is parallel, write parallel. If it is not parallel, write the perpendicular. Okay now, if it is not parallel, not perpendicular, then we have to write the neither of them. Okay now, right, so let's start with the first question. So first question is that a vertical window of a bar. Okay na, so what is this question is telling? This question is telling that vertical window, you know, vertical means like that, it is a straight, it is talking about a straight. Okay na, vertical means a straight. Okay na, this is 90 degree. Okay, so this is a straight, okay na, straight side. Okay na, a vertical window of a bar. Okay na, vertical window like that. Okay na, this is a vertical window. So this is a parallel only na, this is a parallel lines, because one line and one line, this is a vertical, so vertical is like that only na, so vertical is like that, this is the vertical point. So this is parallel, why? Because this is not going to meet at any point. If you are starting to end, it is not going to match, so it means that the first one is a parallel. Okay na, so you can write here the parallel. So first one you can write as a parallel. Okay na, parallel line you can write. Okay, parallel line. Now let's talk about the second one. Okay, so second question is that railway track line. So if you see the railway track line, how is it? They are going straightly, they are not meeting at a point, they are like that only na, so they are not meeting at a point. This line going to be meet, like this scale is there na, is it a scale this? Okay, so in this scale, this surface or this surface, they are going to meet at any point, they are going to meet? No, they are not going to meet. So railway track is like that only, they are not going to meet. So railway track is a perpendicular, because they are not matching at a point. So railway track is also a parallel line. Okay na, so you can write parallel line. Okay, now the another question is that, okay, so let's talk adjacent edges of a door. Okay now, adjacent edges of door, it is a perpendicular. Right, if you see the door adjacent angle, if you see the door is like that. Okay now, door is like that. If you see the door is like that, this is a one, this is a straight door, and after the door, if you see, there is a one like that. Okay now, door, if you see the door is like that here, and here door is like that only na. So if you see, okay, right, so this is okay, just erase it. So door is like that. Okay, so in door this is a 190-degree angle and this is a 190-degree angle, and here also 90-degree, here also in 90-degree, both of the direction. Okay na? So it means that this is a perpendicular. If you observe the door, you will understand this is a door na. In this door, this is a 90-degree, this is 90-degree, so it is perpendicular. If you see in this door also, this is a 90-degree, this is 90-degree, so door is a 90-90. It means that it is a perpendicular, so it is our perpendicular. So this one is a perpendicular, so you can write PREPENDICULAR, perpendicular line. Okay now, this is over. Okay, now let's see this one. So the question 5th, the vertex V is an English alphabet. So if you see this vertex V, is it parallel? No. Why? Because they V is intersecting this point. This is an intersecting line. Okay, now this is a perpendicular. No. Why? Because this is do not have any right angle, so this is not a parallel line, this is not a perpendicular line. So what we can write, this is neither of them. Okay, now this is not a perpendicular, this is not a parallel, so this is neither. So you can write neither of them. What we have to write, you will write neither of them. Okay now let's see the angle of let's see the last one. Okay, the opposite edges of blackboard. Okay, now if you see the blackboard, what is the opposite edges? These are the parallel. Okay, now these are the parallel. If you see the board, if you see the blackboard in your classroom, blackboard is like that only na. If you see the opposites, this one and this one, they are like that. This line or this line will meet at any point. They are going straightly, they will never meet. If you see this one and this one, this is like that, they will meet at a point. No, they will not meet. So it means that this is a perpendicular line. So this is a not a perpendicular, this is a parallel line. Okay now, so what we have to write, we have to write the parallel. Okay now, we have to write the parallel. Okay now, parallel line. Okay now, is it clear? So first one is parallel, second one is parallel, third one is a perpendicular, fourth one is neither of them, and fifth one is a parallel line. Okay, is it okay? Right, so I hope is it clear to you. Okay, so now let's talk about the second question. So the second question is telling that take a copy of a set of a square geometrical box of a paper and a mark of the perpendicular edges. Okay, right, so let's make a geometrical box. Okay, let's suppose this is a geometrical box like that, and here it is. Okay, and otherwise you can, this is a geometry box. Okay, straightly 90-degree. Okay, 90-degree. Okay, 90-degree. So let's suppose this is a geometry box. Okay, this is geometry box. Okay, this is a geometry box, and forgot this area. Okay na, this forgot this area. Okay, forgot this one. Okay, right, this is a geometry box. Now which is the perpendicular here? So if you see this line and this line, these are the perpendicular. Why? Because they are going straightly. They are going straightly, they will never meet at a point. So this is a perpendicular. So after that, if you see this line and this line, both are perpendicular. Why? Because they are going into the same direction. It is going like that, and another is going like that. Is this both line intersect at a point? No, they are not going to be. So it means that this is our perpendicular. Okay, this is going to be a parallel. So this is a parallel. Okay, now we have to find a perpendicular edges. So now if you see these edges means this one, is it perpendicular edges? Drag the copy of the set square and on the paper and make the perpendicular edges. Is it perpendicular? No, it is not perpendicular. But how we can make the perpendicular to this one? Okay, how we can make the perpendicular? So you know how you can make the perpendicular of this. Okay, let me tell you how you can make the perpendicular here. So you can do one thing. This is given and this is box is given. You can fold that one, just fold this. If you fold, it become like that, it become like that. Okay now, after the folding, there will be some if you take a paper, just take a sheet of paper and fold the paper. Then after what, if you fold the paper, there will be some gap will come. After the coming of that gap, so it is the 90-degree, it is 90-degree. So it means that it will form our perpendicular edges. Yes, it can form. So just take a paper, this is a paper, and after that just take a paper. Okay, and taken paper, fold the paper. After the folding the paper, it is like that. Okay, now fold the paper. Okay, so it will edges like that, and this is the 90-degree, this is 90-degree. So now it is become the, okay now, okay now it is a perpendicular. Why? Because 90 degree 90 degree. If you take a paper, fold it. After the folding, there will be some recess will come, and this is the 90, and here 90 degree 90 degree. So both sides have 90 degree 90 degree. So that is the only perpendicular edges. Okay na? So it can make a perpendicular. Okay na? That's a perpendicular. Okay, why I am writing weird handwriting, I didn't understand. Okay, just take the patient and write it slowly. Okay now, this is the only perpendicular line. Perpendicular edges you can write. Okay na, edges or line you can write anything. Okay na, so over it is. Okay na. Now, so after it all, so this is our last question of this one. Okay, so now let's see this one. So in this question it is telling ABCD is given, like this figure is given, and AC, and it is a rectangle. Yeah, it is rectangle. So AC and BD is a diagonal. So okay, if you see in this one, this is a one of the figure is given. Okay, this figure is named like this figure name is given like that. It is given A, B and C and D. In this one, AC is a diagonal, A to C. This line you are looking, this is the only diagonal. BD is also diagonal. From B to D, this line is you are looking, this is also diagonal. So this question is telling write the pairs of the parallel lines, perpendicular lines, intersecting line, and the figure of the symbolic form. Okay, so in this figure we have to observe that, and we have to tell which is a perpendicular and which is the not perpendicular, and which is the parallel and which is not intersecting. So what is the first one? Let's talk about the first question. Okay, so first question is that. Okay, so wait a minute. Okay, just I erase this all. Okay, I will erase it all. Okay, now after the erasing this all, let's talk about the first question. So the first question is that parallel line. In this one you have to find a parallel line. Okay, how we can find the parallel line? That's simple. If you see this AB, yes, AB is a one line, yes, and this CD is also one line. This both are parallel or not? Yes, this both are parallel. So here A and B, this is a one line, AB is a one line, yes, AB and DC is a parallel. So we can write parallel lines, we can write like that. Okay na, this is a like it, so it means that it is a parallel. What is a symbol of parallel? Two cross line. This, don't do like this. This means it is a equal sign. If you do like this, if you do like this, it is the equal sign. So don't do like this. Just take like that. It means that this is a symbol of parallel. Okay na? So that's why I choose. Okay na? So here line AB is a parallel to the DC. This line and this line is parallel. Why? Because this is AB and DC. This is going in this direction, this is going, they will never meet. That's why it is a parallel. Okay na, right? So we have to write this means it is a just a symbol of parallel. So AD and DC. Okay, now you can write CD also. You can write CD, otherwise you can write DC. Both are same only. But you know, if you write in the proper manner like A, B, C, D, it is looking interesting. So you can write DC. Okay na? DC is a parallel. Okay na? Here this is a parallel. After that this line, after that this and this over. Now let's see A or D. This AD is given na? A or D. AD is also parallel to the B or C. AD is also parallel to the B and C. So you can write here AD is also it is parallel. Okay na? So now you can write another one. AD is also parallel to the B and C. Why? Because this line is going like that and this is, so this both are not going to meet at any point. So that's why. So it is over. Okay now, first question is over. Now let's talk about the second question. So now let's find the second question. Perpendicular line. Okay, so perpendicular means the symbol of perpendicular is like that. The symbol of perpendicular is like that. If you draw like that, it means perpendicular. Why? Because 90 degree 90 degree, both side have 90 degree, that is a perpendicular. So the symbol of perpendicular is like that only, like that. Okay now, this is symbol of perpendicular. Okay, remember, right? So after that, in this figure we have to find a perpendicular. In this figure what we have to find? We have to find a perpendicular. So if you see option A and D, if you see A and D, okay, after that if you see A and B, this is a perpendicular or not? Let's what, just see that just see A and D. Okay now, this is A and D, and after that C, after that one you can look at the after that one A or B you can look at. this A and B, is it perpendicular or not? Yes, it have 190-degree angle, and after that if you extend this one, it have only one angle. Yes, it can have. Okay, so it means that this is our perpendicular. So what the perpendicular here, A or D is perpendicular, or A or B is perpendicular. So you can write AB is perpendicular or AD is perpendicular. Okay, now you can write AB is perpendicular or AD is perpendicular. You can write anyone. You can write AB first, otherwise you can write AD first, like that. You can write AB first or AD first, anyone you can write. Okay, now is it clear? Right, after that, which is perpendicular? After that, here if you observe, AB is there and BC is there. This is also perpendicular, 90-degree 90-degree. So after it all, then again here AB is perpendicular to the BC. Okay, na BC. After that you will see BC and CD is perpendicular. After that here BC is perpendicular to CD. Okay, now you can write CD. After that all, CD is perpendicular to DA. After that here CD is perpendicular to DA. So you will write like that, CD is perpendicular to D or A. So you can write DA, otherwise you can write AD. Both are same only. Okay, na? Right. So is it clear now? So this second option is also clear. Now let's talk about the third one. So the third answer is very easy. So it is telling that intersecting na. So if you see here, this D or A or C, this is only intersecting na. So here the intersecting line is A or C or B or D. This is only intersecting. This line is only intersecting na. So if you see, this is a one line. A or C is a one line. Yes, it is one line. So right. And B or D is a one line. Yes, both are intersecting here. So intersecting point is AC or BC. Okay na. So how you can write this one? We can write like that. Here A and C are and you can write like this, B or D are intersecting. Okay, now this A and B, A and C and B and D both are intersecting. So here AC or BD are intersecting. Okay, na? Right. So overall, okay, so this exercise is also completed. Well, this chapter is only completed. Okay, na? So actually this is a geometrical chapter. So you know, geometry is not hard. It is just about the shape, size, and it is little bit confusion in this one. Okay, na? So geometry is nothing hard. You have to, if you understand the shape or sizes, okay na, if you understand the diagram in the mathematics, then geometry is very easy. If you are not understand, then it is hard. Okay na? So here I hope you will understand everything, and if you have any doubt, then you can tell to me. Okay na? So this chapter is totally completed, and in the next chapter we will talk about our class 6th only, chapter 6.1. Okay na? So I hope this video is going to be very easy and very clear to you, and if you have any doubt, you can tell to me. I will explain that chapter again to you if you have any doubt in this one. Okay, so let's see you in the next video. Jai Hind.